Hi, no intro tonight. We're here, and we're going to get started. Case number 7, The Killing of Sam Ferry. And in comparison, this one is an incredibly short read. It was 10 a.m. on a glorious Wednesday, July 24th. The humidity was down, and the temperature looked like it was going to stay in the low 80s. Sergeant Haskell was reading a New York Times editorial praising the PLO for its restraint in the face of the U.S. sponsored pact between Jordan, Israel, and Egypt. The Times accused the U.S. of destabilizing the entire Mideast region in its bumbling attempts to force the various governments in the area to accept a peace with Israel. Sergeant Haskell's reading was interrupted by a call from Tyler Bishop, manager of the Woodley Lake Country Club, location B. Mr. Bishop was calling to report the murder of a club member, Sam Ferry, a dentist whose office was in the Hampton Court Professional Building, location E. And that, my friends, is the case history.
Now imagine all of this happening at the same time. I would probably propose that Huxley's township, city, whatever name gets changed like murder.
No worse than
Or
my no worse than Micropolis, the city from the last game.
true.
But yeah, that's it for history. We've been given two locations, the country club at B and the professional building at E. Victim Sam Ferry, the dentist. Ferry as in the boat, not Fairy as in
Oh,
Tinkerbell.
okay. Because that's what I was thinking, and I was like, damn.
Wait, Tinkerbell's a pixie. What am I? Ah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Anyway, fairly straightforward requirements this time. Name the murderer of Sam Ferry, explain the motive, and find the one piece of evidence that's out there to support your case.
Oh, geez.
So, any questions?
Nope.
Let's go then. Holy fucking bingle. So we were at the country club at 10:30 a.m.
Okay. Um, I guess. Why is.
Probably if we go through it. Talk to
Yeah.
Bishop.
All right. And here we go.
Okay.
Poor Sam. He was playing his regular Wednesday round with Dr. Farley Perkins. As always, when they got to the sixth tee, Farley took a quick break.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Perkins always comes to the clubhouse to call his answering service at that time, and always before starting the sixth hole. Heh hole.
Okay.
When Farley got back to the sixth tee, he found Sam dead. Someone had smashed Sam's head with a number 2 wood. A number
That
2.
would be a type of golf club.
Yes. Or a number 2 pencil, one or the other. Whichever is more lethal when swung.
Well, subjectively.
Okay.
Farley is an MD and saw that Sam was beyond help. He came back to the clubhouse and I called the police immediately. No, I didn't go out to the 6th tee to check his story. I had no reason to.
Well, we do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Called for help? Okay. Okay. Um,
I believe we go check out the 60.
oh, I would speak with Farley, but
Oh,
We can do both. There's no reason not to.
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
yeah, we're here, so.
here's the 6th tee. What was wrong with the first 5? The 6th tee is screened from view by trees on 3 sides. The only way to see the tee is from the fairway. The foursome ahead of Sam and Farley had already moved on to the 7th hole. There were no witnesses.
Okay.
You see a flash of light reflecting off something in the grass near Sam's body. You find a blue tinted contact lens, which you send to the lab.
That's weird.
Nothing else.
Oh, okay.
What's weird about it?
I don't know. Why are you wearing contact lenses and why is it blue tinted?
For somebody who wants to change or enhance their eye color,
Yeah.
or
So
because that's the only reason why it would be tinted.
yeah, that's weird.
Hmm. What else you want to do?
I want to speak with Farley.
Okay.
Yes.
The doctor is in, and he says the following. It was the damnedest thing. This morning, while Sam and I were in the pro shop, someone stole Sam's number 2 wood. It threw his whole game off, even though I've never seen him use it.
Uh huh.
Now, it was that same wood, Sam's number 2 McGregor, that was used to kill him. Someone took a good swing and connected with the side of his head.
Okay.
Sam and I always got to the 6T around 9:30. That's when I call my service, so I am sure of the time. Everyone here at the club kids me about it.
Uh huh.
I'm sure Sam had lots of good friends, but the only one I'm aware of is Frank Colville. He's the golf pro here. From what I gather, they were two of a kind and good friends.
Okay.
And that's it.
So now we know why Frank Colville is an option to be spoken to.
See?
Or did
Gonna go talk to him.
Frank Colville?
yeah.
Yes.
Here's a
Oh
juicy
my
one.
god.
Sammy was a good kid, around 30 or so, but he was a real ladies' man. Yeah, I know. You cops probably say the same thing about me after that Jekko thing last spring. But Sammy really was wild about women.
Okay.
He was always bragging about his chicks. First, there's this teacher brought over at Huxley College, location D, Paula Bennington. Then there's Mitzi Killingsworth, whose old man owns the marina, AA.
Uh huh.
And then there's this woman jock, Jan Valmar. She's a coach over at Huxley. She's always hanging around the athletic field, location V. And of course, he was making it with his dental assistant, Gloria somebody.
Oh my god.
Jesus, what a conquest. I mean, Sam really liked to make time. And those were only the chicks he was seeing now. I didn't even mention the ones he's dropped in the last month or so. My oh my.
Uh huh.
Hey, maybe one of his broads got jealous and bashed him one. Who knows? It's too bad. He was a good guy. And that's it.
Mm, sheesh. Um,
So I guess the question is, do we examine his locker now with no real reason to, or do we come back?
I would come back
Alright.
after.
So we're
Destination.
going to. Are we going to the dentist office?
I mean, I guess
The
one of his
college?
assistants.
Okay.
I mean, Christ, take your pick.
Yeah.
Where
So
to?
E.
E.
E. Yeah.
The Hampton Court Professional Building.
Gloria.
In excelsis Deo.
Oh, sure.
Uh, the context we've gotten so far may make this interesting. Dr. Ferry and I dated every now and then, you know? It was nothing serious, but he was fun to be with.
Uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, yes, I do wear contacts, but I'm not wearing them today. I left them home.
Okay.
I was right here all morning. Dr. Ferry had Wednesdays off. Dr. Islin and the rest of us don't. My day off is Monday. You can check that with Jean if you don't believe me.
Why did you drop it there, dummy? I can't reach it.
Okay.
And
Sorry, cat.
that's it.
Oh,
My cats don't usually bring me their toys.
um, I
Talking with G.
mean, yeah,
With Jean, the receptionist.
yeah, just to double check.
Hmm. We haven't seen
What
any
she got?
sevens yet. I really don't know too much about Dr. Ferry's personal life. That was more Gloria's department than mine, I'll say.
They knew each other biblically.
I'll say. Of course, Dr.
Um,
Islin has been sharing Dr. Ferry's practice for 3 years now, and they've become good friends. Maybe he knows something that can help.
uh-huh.
Yes, Gloria has been here since 8 o'clock this morning. She's here every day except Monday. That's her day off. Okay, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, alibi validated.
Yes. Um,
Talk to Iceland?
just follow the leads that they give us, I guess.
Dr. Islin. I know what kind of reputation the guy had, but let me tell you, he just happened to like women. And he had standards. He didn't date just anyone. Let me give you an example. Oh, that's a fine place to stop and tell us that the next clue is something.
Okay.
A few months ago, he meets this very nice girl at the Chop House bar. Her name was Cherie Bishop. Turns out she's the daughter of Tyler Bishop, over at the country club. They start going out.
Uh-huh.
Well, it turned out that she was heavily into the drug scene. That turned Sam off, and he dropped her like a hot potato. From what I heard, she was pretty upset about it.
Okay.
And it didn't end there. About a month later, this Cherie freaks out on one of her concoctions and has to be institutionalized. Her father, Tyler, decides it's all Sam's fault.
That's okay.
Tyler convinced himself that Cherie only started experimenting with drugs because Sam broke up with her. He doesn't know her history, and no one is about to tell him. She's institutionalized and can't.
Okay.
Probably
I
should
guess,
search the
yeah.
ferry's office while we're here.
Search the
Hmm.
fairy's office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the fairy might be hiding?
Toot toot.
Oh, really?
What's he got?
He ain't got shit.
Worth a shot.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he didn't get shot either.
So go back to talk with Bishop?
Why?
Location?
Or
Or what else
no,
you
I'm not
thinking?
sure. Just thinking out loud. Unless you want to follow up with the teacher, the marina person, and the jock. But
Ooh. We want to get some
I
juicy
guess
dialogue,
Bishop
do we?
then.
So which
Bishop first, and then we can hunt down his girlies.
bishop first?
Yeah.
All right, destination.
B?
The Woodley Lake Country Club.
Yeah.
And you wanna
Bishop.
uh
I don't think he says anything new.
I don't believe so. No, nothing new.
So girly time.
Girly time?
Yeah.
you want to go in order, or
Yeah.
In
Just
order
all right?
of in order of what? In order of introduction, in order of cup size, in order of
if if the jock has B-sized cup, God help her.
I know only one way to find out. Destination?
D.
D.
Yeah.
Huxley College.
It's the teacher, Paula Bennington.
Mhm.
All right. I really hope I'm not disappointed. Dr. Sam Ferry was a rat with women, but he was good in bed, and frankly, that's all I wanted from him. I certainly wouldn't have wanted to marry him. Oh,
Call him a
Okay.
rat.
hot for teacher and teacher's a slut, huh?
What's up?
No, I never owned a pair of contact lenses, but I do wear glasses for reading.
Okay.
This morning, I was in the library doing research from 9 o'clock until around 10:30. Mrs. Bleakman can confirm that for you. Believe me, he certainly wasn't worth killing.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
So we either check with Bleakman or believe her at her word, and
I'm inclined to believe her.
So now what?
so probably go to
AA
the
or
marina.
D.
Jumping to the marina?
Yeah. Yeah. AA.
Woodley Lake Marina.
Three. Mitzi. Oh.
Short, sweet, and
And useless.
to a point. The marina is large and crowded, and you realize you won't be able to locate Mitzi Killingsworth without help.
Oh, so we have to talk to her dad or something. What's up,
Probably.
Josh?
Go with Joshua.
Yeah.
Now, who do you think he is in relation to Mitzi?
Her dad?
You're thinking
Maybe?
father?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes, my daughter Mitzi is here today. She's aboard our sloop, Huxley Lady. It's moored right over there. And that's my daughter.
Okay.
I suspect there may be a reason that he repeated that point, but that's all he had to say.
So let's go to that boat.
Which
Are
boat?
we gonna
Or
question her first?
oh right, because now we know where she is. Okay. Duh.
So we're going to take the questioning again?
Yeah.
Much
There we
better.
go.
Much better this time. I am highly intrigued by that. By that mechanic. Of course I knew Sam Ferry. In fact, his sea shanty is docked right next to us. That's it, right over there.
Uh huh.
We've sailed together a couple of times, and he took me to the marina dance last week, but neither of us was serious about the other.
Uh huh.
No, I don't wear contacts or glasses. I have perfect vision.
Okay.
This morning, I've been working on Huxley Lady all day, since 7:30 this morning. Peter Ballin's been helping me. He's in the cabin if you'd like to check with him.
Okay.
You good?
Am I good? Yeah, just scratching my ear.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Um.
It was very noisy.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So what are we doing next? Are we moving on to another lady? Are we interviewing Peter?
But well, I mean, there's
Are we
either
looking at
one
the
would work.
boat?
What are we doing?
I don't know. There's three options. I just feel like we need to look at the boat and we'll hear. Might as well ask Peter. Which I know we didn't follow with the library lady, but whatever. So
I
two.
believe I heard you want to check you want to check with Peter.
Yeah.
He's ballin'. I mean, he is, isn't he?
Yes.
Mitzi and I stripped down. I'm sorry,
What?
what? Oh, I got it. I got it. Mitzi and I stripped down, cleaned, and reassembled Lady's auxiliary engine all morning. Oh,
Oh.
we started around 7:30 and didn't finish until about half an hour ago. Now we're cleaning up the mess. Kind of wish he'd lifted
Okay.
it stripped down.
Anything else?
Checking. No.
Okay. So now we can go to B.
You want to head to V?
Yeah.
Huxley College Athletic Field. I find it very interesting on this map that the athletic field is so far away from the college, all the way southwestern drive.
Yeah.
Well, here we are anyway.
Jan. Come on, Jan.
Jan. B cups, huh? Yes, I dated Sam for the last several months. As far as I know, I'm the only woman he'd been seeing.
Oh!
I certainly hope I was. No woman likes being made a fool of. I'll tell you what, jocks are more bronze than brains, I guess.
Okay.
Oh God, you ready?
Yep.
Yes, I would say we had a serious relationship. I can't answer for Sam, but I was thinking in terms of marriage.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, honey, 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 honey.
girl.
Yes, I wear contact lenses. What do you mean, where was I around 9:30 this morning?
She don't even know he's dead.
First of all, I
What
loved
else?
Sam. And second of all, I've been here working with Coach Scruggs all morning since 8:30. Working, eh? And that's it.
Oh my
Time to
god.
go verify her alibi.
Well,
Yep.
she knows now.
Let's go, Scruggs.
You want to go scrugging?
Yes.
Scrugging with Scruggs?
Yes.
Sure. Jan and I have been trying to set up a new training schedule for her girls' hockey team since around 8:30 this morning.
Uh-huh.
And that may be it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So we have nothing.
You out of ideas?
Yeah, I mean,
No
I can
further.
give you, I can give you probably a who. I can give you probably the motive, but I don't have the evidence.
Yeah.
Would you like a push in that direction?
Yes.
Didn't you send something to the lab?
Oh shit, right.
Oh yeah, the contact lens.
Mm-hmm. What,
Rip.
what do?
let's
I.
let's go to that.
You what?
Go to I.
Oh,
I go
got it.
to I.
Yes. Okay, got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we're at the station.
Lab
Read the
report.
lab report.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. I'll take predictions. I think you guys know one of these is probably going to give you the evidence that you need, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's take predictions. Pick a number. Which one gives
Three
you
ninety
Chibi?
seven.
397? Solar?
71.
Okay. 471. The number 2 wood found at the scene of the murder was definitely the murder weapon. Unfortunately, its grip is too rough to show fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Solar, this was your guess? 71.
Yeah.
You got lucky with that contact lens you sent us. It's a silicone acrylate lens, which means it's a polycon lens made by Syntex. Now, Chibi, your guess, 397.
Yep.
The lens has a base curve of 7.00 with a diameter of 9.0, a rather unusual combination. The lens corrected for nearsightedness with a power of negative 3.25. That is a pretty unusual lens if you know anything about optometry.
Uh-huh.
The jackpot is that the lens was new and expensive and had an ID number embossed around its edge. We called Syntex and they traced the lens to Dr. Guy Lacombe, whose office is in the professional building, letter E.
Okay.
Is that it?
Was that still 397?
No.
That was
I
619.
Yeah, 619 had the ID.
Damn,
Oh.
that's close.
So, what do now?
Go to Guy.
Destination.
E.
Yee.
Guy. Number 4.
Guy number 4.
Yes.
You
Glad
say
we didn't talk to
you
him earlier.
you say you found a polycon lens with a base curve of 7 and a 9 diameter? That's pretty unusual. And Syntex checked the ID number and said the lens was shipped to me? Well, let me check my records. Yes, here it is. That ID number and prescription were given to. You think you know it?
Who?
No guess?
No.
Tyler Bishop.
Sh-
He's the Woodley Lake
Woohoo!
Country Club manager. I hope that was of some help.
Yes.
Okay, we got you,
And that's
Bishop.
it.
All right. Yes, I'd like to solve.
All right. Confirm.
Yeah.
Okay. Name your killer.
Tyler Bishop.
Name your motive.
Retaliation for his daughter.
Yeah.
Name your one and only shot at evidence.
The
Contact lens
contact lens
Found where?
next
by the
to the dead guy,
yeah,
Belonging to.
Bishop.
Tyler
That's
Bishop.
it.
Woohoo!
Well, you spent so much time chasing tail that you got dragged down to rank 8.
That's fine.
Well,
Like literally woman tail. Thanks a lot, Solar.
I'm sorry. I'm controlled by lesbians.
You're controlled by your own hormones.
Yeah.
You're not at all independent of your own choices, huh?
Nope.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, in terms of points of completing this case, there's really nothing more to say here. Uh, Tyler Bishop didn't know the full story about his daughter, and quite apparently didn't care. He had his assumption, and he registered it by taking out the guy he felt was responsible. Now, one other very interesting about this, I got to think back to the first interview we had with him. Clue number 645. Farley is an
Oh, I
MD
didn't go.
and saw that Sam was beyond help. He came back to the clubhouse and I called the police immediately. So he tried to throw off his own scent by calling the police. No, I didn't go out to the
Oh.
6T to check his story. I had no reason to. Read between the lines, children. He didn't have a reason to. And guess why? He did it. So, moral of the story on that one. Criminals are not above calling the cops themselves to try to throw off the scent. And newsflash, it's not as effective as you think it is. They do not make the assumption that you didn't do it just because you called it in. And
Yeah.
you got him. Congratulations.
Let's get it.
Now, the final story reads out like this. Sam Ferry was an eligible young bachelor who genuinely enjoyed women. Uh huh. Several months ago, Sam met Cherie Bishop at the Chop House bar. They dated several times before Sam discovered that Cherie was into the whole drug scene. This turned Sam off and he stopped seeing her. She was very upset over the rejection and her father noticed. A month after they stopped going out, Cherie totally freaked out after freebasing cocaine. Jesus.
What does that mean?
Uh, Look it up. I'm not going to talk about it here. That's freebasing. That's all I'm going to say. Tyler hit the roof. He was convinced that Sherry had started experimenting with drugs because Ferry had rejected her. No one who knew the truth wanted to be responsible for telling Tyler that his little girl had been playing with drugs for years. When Cherie had to be
Oh.
institutionalized, Tyler decided to kill Sam for what he had done. Did you find something, Solar?
Yeah, I just found out what it was. Okay.
Uh huh. One morning,
Sheesh.
huh?
Just sheesh.
Yep. One morning, Tyler removed Sam's number 2 wood while Sam and his golfing partner, Farley Perkins, were in the pro shop. At 9:20 a.m., Tyler went out to the 6T, knowing that Farley always went into the clubhouse to call his service at that time. Tyler knew Sam would be alone and out of sight. Tyler called to Sam, waving the missing club over his head to show Sam it had been found. As soon as he came within range, Tyler swung the club as hard as he could, smashing Tam in the left semple. The shock of the blow jarred one of Tyler's contacted lenses loose, and it fell to the ground near Sam's body. Tyler became a totally broken man when he learned at his trial that Cherie had been abusing drugs for years, and that Sam hadn't caused Cherie's problem, but had stopped seeing her because of it. I'm very glad they had that post trial paragraph in there.
Hmm.
So now Tyler knows what a truly fucked up and wrong thing he did, And his wrong reasoning landed him for life for really no good reason, huh?
And that's why you think before you murder.
That's right. That's right. Okay, the available ranks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and 11. Which would you like?
I think basing off the fact that Chibi knew it before I did, we could go for like a 3.
You want 3?
Mm-hmm.
3 is the best rank in the game. First class
Oh.
detective. You've made the Academy proud by closing this case in record time. Congratulations, Mystery Master.
Mm-hmm. That's Chibi.
So, how was that for a fairly quick win? Only half an hour and change.
That's an improvement from
Oh,
yesterday.
Yep. Everybody feeling better?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's move right on. Case number 8. The fuck you want? Oh, hello, Huxley Police.
Oh,
Uh,
he's hotboxing.
Alright, case number 8. Queen Bee. Your home phone rang at 11:10 p.m. Tuesday, July 30th, waking you from a light sleep. You were dozing to the 11 o'clock news. Chief Sabelico called to tell you Joanne Whitaker, the president of B Goodbody Fitness Centers Incorporated and a close personal friend of the chief, had been murdered. B
Oh,
Goodbody,
that's why we're
huh?
suddenly taking house calls.
I guess so. B Goodbody Incorporated had been holding a convention at the Coachman Motel, letter H, in Huxley. Earlier in the evening, there had been an awards dinner. Joanne had made a little speech after dinner, and by 8:30 p.m., the program had concluded. Joanne told her vice president, Al Marks, that she was going over to the Good Bodies Center in Western Mall, location L, to use the hot tub and sauna. At 10:30 p.m., James Bailey, one of the security guards at the mall, was making his rounds when he noticed lights on in the center. He was surprised because the center is closed on Tuesday and Thursday nights during the summer. It was also half an hour past the mall's closing time. When he investigated the light, he found Joanne Whitaker dead in the sauna. She had been stabbed repeatedly with a stiletto, which was still embedded in her body. The stiletto had been taken from a weapons display case, which had been jimmied open in the karate room. Chief Sabelico orders you to be at 593 Station Drive, letter P, at 9 a.m. the next morning to talk to Joanne's family and to express condolences on behalf of the entire force. So,
Okay.
if I tell you there are 3 conditions again, what do you suppose those conditions are?
who, why, and evidence.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Name murderer, name
Um,
motive, and. Hmm?
sorry, the location is P.
Correct. Correct. P is in
Okay.
penis. And that's the starting place at 9:10, so. But yeah, name murderer, name motive, and this time it is 3 sets of clues with matching evidence, which again is 3 pairs of evidence, and there are only 3 pairs out there, so you must find it all.
Okay.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Let me go back to the correct window. The Whitaker home, 9:10 a.m. Begin.
I guess talk with the daughter. She's first.
You want the daughter?
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. I agree with my dad about mom and women. They were like oil and water. They just didn't mix. But there is also one man who might have been angry with mom. Al Marks, mom's vice president of marketing. Now, picture again, if you will, just as a point of the period. This is 1984. Women's
Uh-huh.
lib was still a strong thing, at least in the United States at that time.
Uh-huh.
So you can imagine the jealousy that might occur if one woman is succeeding in the realm um, generally accepted to be dominated by men, like business and running things. Imagine the jealousy that might be if one woman makes it and the other women work under her. Just as a point of culture for you guys to consider.
Okay. So who's the guy that didn't like her? And did she
That
tell us
was
where he
that was Al Marks, Joanne's vice president of marketing.
Okay. Okay.
He was a hot shot at some ad agency when Mom hired him, and he's always hated taking orders from a woman. He's staying at the Coachman Motel for the convention, and that's location H. And that's
Okay.
it. So Joanne hires Al. Why would Al want the job if he doesn't want to take orders from a woman? Surely he doesn't think it would be that easy for a woman who's fought this far and to give that position up to him.
Of course he does. He's obviously a misogynist.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then the dad? Although I guess we already got that bit from him.
You want to talk to Mel?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's a funny
No.
thing. Men all adored Joanne, but she never got along with women. In fact, I could name a few who really seemed to hate her.
Uh-huh.
Rita Meissner was one of the haters. She used to run the Be Good Body Fitness Center here in Huxley.
Okay.
She quit last year after a violent argument with Joanne. I don't know what it was about. Now she runs the women's health club over at the Woodley Lake Country Club. Letter B.
Uh-huh.
Another one is Leslie Hickson, who manages the Melton Center. I saw the way she was staring at Joanne during her speech last night.
An odd place to pause.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
indeed, but that's where the clue ended, so.
Mhm. I know. I was just saying in general.
Yeah. Leslie is
What
staying at
else?
the Coachman Motel for the convention. Would make sense that all these people are staying there, being that that's the center location for this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The third one on my list would have to be Ethel Kokoska. She's the current manager of the Huxley Center in the mall, letter L. From what I heard, she was furious over Joanne's speech last night.
Okay.
That's 6 for 6.
Woman made a lot of enemies just by existing.
Well, that was the culture back then, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
They put up the image that it's any better now, but I'm sure there's still a great deal of misogyny in that regard out there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I don't think we have to check out the family or anything like that.
No.
what do?
Sounds like we're going to the motel.
Mm-hmm.
Destination?
H.
The Coachman Motel.
Um, I would say Al or Leslie.
Probably Al first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so inclined to read this a particular way.
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
The idea for this is the first word of this clue. Gosh, I'm going to miss Joanne. She was a hell of a lady in every sense of the word. She was a warm, wonderful human being. Yuck.
Oh my god.
You do.
Oh my god.
Hey, I see the word gosh. It's kind of an instinct. I'm sorry. I'll fucking do it again.
Oh my god. What's that?
Not at all like her daughter, Ruth. I went out with Ruth a few times, but all she ever did was put down Joanne. I got pretty tired of it.
Oh.
Well, that's not cool.
Mm.
And that's it. That's kind of sad. That's your mother you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Leslie next then. But now I'm like, oh, Ruth was fucking lying. Anyway.
Joanne Whitaker hated women, and she was obviously not going to allow any of us to get any higher in the organization than managing one of her fitness centers. Oh, interesting. She got there and she doesn't want anyone else to do the same thing, huh?
Oh, so she's the oh.
I mean, that's what it talks like. She was grossly unfair. I'll give you an example. Ethel Kokoska, one of the other managers, spent months working up a new membership ad campaign.
Uh-huh.
The campaign was a huge success, bringing in more than twice as many new members as any previous membership drive.
Uh-huh.
Well, in her speech last night, she gave all the credit for the drive to Al Marks. We managers were livid, especially Ethel, and I, for one, don't blame her.
I would too. What the fuck? Okay.
Last night I went out with Johnny Dunn, the tennis pro over at the Woodley Lake Country Club. He brought me back here by 11 p.m., and I went right to bed.
Okay. So Joanne's the bitch.
And bear in mind, we're not after a bitch, we're after a murderer.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, sorry, all we do is fuck each other. This is the Navy.
excuse me?
Something Wit said once. Anyway, Wit
um,
is fun when she's angry. I'll just say that if you've never heard her rant.
what we doing? Phoebe?
I have no idea.
Um, I
Oh,
guess
probably go investigate the body.
that might be a good idea.
Destination?
You want to go to the crime scene or the lab?
Um, I'd go lab. No, crime
Crime
scene,
scene,
then lab.
then
Yeah,
lab. Yeah.
Destination?
L.
L.
The Western Mall.
Oh, and
Hey,
Ethel's
look,
sister
found
too.
Ethel.
Let's go
Talk with
talk to
James
Ethel.
Bailey.
Oh, you want to
Oh
see
yeah,
Bailey? You want to see Bailey first?
Bailey found the body. So.
so true. Oh,
Today is Mr. Bailey's day off. If you wish to speak
Of
with
oh,
him, you'll
course.
find him at home. He lives in apartment 26 at the Avon Village Garden Apartments. A.
okay.
you were right with Ethel.
Talk to
Yeah.
Ethel.
Yeah. Okay.
Joanne started the Be Good Body fitness centers right here in Huxley. Naturally, she always kept her own key to the place.
Uh-huh.
Normally in the summer, we close the center at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I guess Joanne knew she could get some privacy there and decided to go after dinner last night.
Uh-huh.
After the dinner, I was damn well upset. I had spent 6 months working on an ad campaign which was very successful.
Uh-huh.
Well, Joanne didn't give me any credit for it. She didn't even mention me. So, after I left, I drove to a quiet spot on the lake, sat on the sand, and threw stones into the water.
Okay.
That's
No,
yeah.
I don't think anyone saw me. I know I didn't see anyone else. Anyway, around midnight, I decided to go home and get some sleep.
Dubious alibi. Anything else?
That's it.
We check out the
I,
sauna room and the weapons case.
yes.
I heard sauna room first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nothing in the
Anything
sauna
more?
room.
Oh,
I guess because they did all that they had to do.
the
And
weapons case.
weapons case. There is an indentation on a velvet pad where the stiletto used to kill Joanne Whitaker used to lie.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Great.
So a really fancy way of saying nothing here.
Yeah. Oh, I guess go to the lab then.
Destination.
I? Yes. Or that I.
Back at the station.
Lab report or autopsy?
Either one will work.
Hmm.
Take a pick.
Let's go do it in order then. Just lab report first. Okay.
The stiletto used to kill Miss Whitaker had been kept in a glass display case in the karate room. The case was jimmied open, and the steel frame bent.
Okay.
With the frame bent, two sharp corners came up, and they could very well have scratched whatever tool was used to pry the case open. The scratches would be parallel and about an inch and a half apart.
Uh-huh.
Because the victim had bled so profusely, we decided to check the shower room to see if the murderer had stopped to rinse off the blood.
Mm-hmm.
One shower had been used, and we were able to bring up traces of blood near the drain. There were also some brown hairs trapped in the drain, which must have been the murderer's.
Okay.
And there were no usable fingerprints on the stiletto.
Okay.
Okay.
Autopsy.
autopsy. Joanne Whitaker was stabbed 6 times in the chest and abdomen with a stiletto. 2 wounds cut major arteries. 1 punctured her left ventricle.
Jeez, that's a lot of emotions. Okay.
The victim bled heavily. The murderer must have been splattered with blood.
Uh-huh.
Judging by the angle of the wounds, Mrs. Whitaker was stabbed by a right-handed person. Which of
Crazy how
you...
they can just figure that out.
Not really. If you consider the fact that the left ventricle was hit, which side would you have to be swinging with in order to hit a left ventricle when you're face to face with somebody?
All right.
Oh, yeah. But
Exactly.
like still like it's just crazy to me.
It's that fancy detective's observation, you know.
Yeah.
Because she died in the sauna, loss of body heat couldn't be used to determine the time of death. So I had to rely on the digestion of her stomach contents. It's a real thing, folks. They do this. And dental records, too.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing the time of her last meal, I can place the time of death as occurring between 9:45 and 10:15 p.m. on the night of Tuesday, July 30th.
Okay.
So I will say this. When a requirement is matching evidence, the autopsy and lab reports are almost always half of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Now what you got to do is find connections.
My two main suspects right now are Ethel, but also Ruth.
Honor.
Hmm? Yes, her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do?
I think there was an option to go look at Ruth, which we did not do, but I kind of want to go do that now.
Destination?
P.
You have to pee?
Yeah.
And you want to...
Study Ruth closely.
Ruth is a pretty redhead with hazel eyes. She's in her early
Okay.
20s, about 5 feet 5 inches tall, and weighs about 125 pounds.
Not Ruth. So go back to Ethel, unless
Destination?
Judy has an idea.
No, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Destination?
L. Yeah. 3.
Ethel is a slim, well proportioned brunette in her late 20s. She's about 5 feet 4 inches tall, 120 pounds, and has green eyes. While talking to you, she's been doodling, holding the pen in her right hand.
Okay.
Inspector Carr.
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest you think you're onto something, Chibi.
Yes.
Ouch.
Huh?
I saw the two clue numbers pop up.
Tell me, how many pairs of connecting evidence do you believe you have right now?
2.
In the trunk, you find a tire iron with 2 fresh scratches on it. The scratches are about an inch and a half apart and parallel.
Okay.
Do you,
So,
do you even do you even need the other number?
Nope.
no.
Well, I'll give it to you anyway just because we're here. No clue. You're welcome. So,
So yeah, we can solve.
you have it? Confirm.
Yeah.
Yep. Go
Confirm.
ahead and do the honors.
Name your
So,
murderer.
Mac.
Ethel.
Name your motive.
She was mad because Joanne didn't give her any of the credit for her very long, hard-working idea.
Name your first pair of evidence.
Um, Brown hairs in the shower, and she's a brunette.
Name your second pair of evidence.
She's right-handed, and the runes are from the right.
Name your third pair of evidence.
The tire iron.
Connecting
Which has
how?
the same markings
Oh,
as the
yeah,
as the case.
That's
yeah.
it. Nicely done. And you got a nat
But
of a very good rank too.
Woohoo!
I mean,
And one we haven't
yeah.
seen yet.
Yeah, looking down the case points, nothing else to say. You got every point, every reason. Well done. Number 4, veteran police officer. A job well done. You solved this crime in excellent time while still being thorough. Take 2 donuts at roll call tomorrow. Excellent solve, friends. I think you guys have the hang of this. So, all that's left now is the final story. And it reads, after the awards dinner broke up at 8:30 p.m., Ethel overheard Joanne tell Al Marks that she was going to the center in the mall to relax in the hot tub and sauna. Ethel was seething over her humiliation at the dinner when Marks was given her award, and after driving around for an hour, she decided to do something about it. Ethel drove to the mall, parked near the center's rear door, took a tire iron from her trunk, and entered the center through the rear door. She jimmied open the display case, took the stiletto, and undressed. Wrapping herself in a towel, Ethel tucked the stiletto out of sight in a fold of the towel and joined Joanne in the sauna. And the story stops there. The rest is history, I guess. So, 2 cases in only an hour. That's incredibly good time.
Better than last night by like miles.
Indeed.
Although last night was kind of bugged.
Yeah, true. I still think there was something functionally wrong with that case.
Yeah.
But but making a much better pace here tonight. Okay, case number 9. All right.
Bibba. Bibba.
The Forbes report. Sorry, one sec. Let me blow my nose here. Okay. The Huxley Courier, a weekly and the town's only newspaper, had just been delivered on the morning of Tuesday, August 13th. Sergeant Haskell was reading the lead story on Clifford Weathers, recalling the events of 6 years ago, 2 years before Sergeant Haskell had joined the force. Cliff Weathers had just moved into Huxley with his wife, Clarissa, and their 6-month-old daughter, Nina. Cliff had been hired by the Union Savings and Loan to program their new computers. Soon after moving in, Weathers took out a $100,000 term life insurance policy on Clarissa and insured the house for its full market value. A week after the policies were issued, the Weathers home was gutted in the fire. Cliff escaped with tiny Nina in his arms, but Clarissa died in the fire. The fire department proved the fire had been purposely set. Because Cliff Weathers had just taken out the 2 large insurance policies, and perhaps because he was both black and new in town, he was convicted of premeditated murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. That's another thing of the period, guys. Just because civil rights was well over a decade ago at that point doesn't mean that the bigotry was over. So,
It's still happening today.
yeah, it sure is. And resurging at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, another cultural note for this case. 2 months ago, Tom Welker, a drifter, turned himself into the FBI. He confessed to setting 39 fires across the country over the past 7 years, including the Weathers fire. Cliff Weathers had just been released from jail after serving 6 years for a murder that he didn't commit. Sergeant Haskell's reading was interrupted at 8:15 a.m. by a phone call from Leon Scruggs, a coach at Huxley College. Scruggs was calling to report on a dead body on the Huxley College athletic field, letter V, sorry, quarter-mile dirt track. The coach said it looked like murder. What do you suppose you'll have to do?
Go see the
Um,
body.
yeah.
Well, no, I mean as far as goal points.
Uh, who, why, and two pieces of evidence?
Actually, just who and why. They're not
Oh,
asking for evidence this time, so you might have an easy ride. Anyway, if there are no questions, we start at the athletic field at 8:45 a.m.
Yeah. Huh? Bingo.
Begin.
I mean, talk to Scruggs.
Going Scruggin again? First time wasn't
Yeah,
enough for you?
we're hooking up. What?
Wow. No, I don't have any idea who he was. I don't even think I've seen him before. Sorry.
Okay.
That was certainly informative, huh?
Check out the body. Why are we doing the body shit now?
Because it happened in the day shift, I guess. So, now that we are forensic investigators, which I find rather fascinating as a field. But anyway, the victim was black, in his mid to late 30s. He was big, broad, and muscular.
Hang on, I gotta get my charger for my phone. Bitch is about to die.
Hmm.
Victim.
Let me know when you're situated.
Okay.
He was systematically beaten to death. His arms and legs are obviously broken, as are his nose and jaw. There is a baseball bat lying next to the body.
Sheesh.
The bat is made from hardwood with a taped handle that won't show any fingerprints. Near one end, property of Huxley College is stamped into the wood.
Sheesh. Um, I guess pockets and
pockets,
then
wallet, and then the
yeah,
track.
yeah.
Alright, I heard pockets first. Aside from his wallet, the only thing he had on him was a key ring with 4 keys on it. In the wallet. It identifies the victim as Leroy Forbes, age 37, residing in apartment 13 at the Avon Village Garden Apartments. Letter A.
Hey,
Yep, you've seen that location enough, haven't you?
yep.
Yes.
Just like the mall is letter L.
Indeed. In the back, there's a card that reads, "In case of emergency, notify Leona Forbes, wife. Days, Municipal Building J. Nights, 361 Fremont Street, Melton, New York." There is no location letter attached to that address.
Meaning we have to catch her during the day.
Hmm.
So let's go like now? Or what time is it? I don't know.
It's
Oh, we're
9:18.
good.
Only if,
Good.
yeah.
We're good. We'll go there next
And
with
I
the
also
track.
heard dirt track.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing. Nothing. Oh, look at this. Nothing.
Again this time.
Oh,
And did we talk to Scruggs? I'm
the
sorry.
murderer's name.
We did, and he had clue number 1 all by itself, which
Okay.
read, "No, I don't have any idea who he was. I don't even think I've seen him before. Sorry."
The poor people of
Uh,
this town are just seeing dead bodies left and right.
I know, right? So probably go see the wife.
I
Yeah,
tell
because
you what,
she's
you're
a
never bored in this line of work, huh? Destination.
J. Talk
One.
to Leona.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Leroy and I are divorced. Frankly, I don't care that he's dead. If anything, all I can feel is relief.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's kind of fucked up. But I mean, we don't know the whole story yet, so I'm gonna reserve my judgment.
I'm just gonna say, seeing, yeah.
Leroy was a big, vicious animal. When we were
Oh,
married, he used to beat me. After I
oh,
divorced him,
okay.
he wouldn't leave me alone. I finally had to get a court order against him from my boss, Judge Quebert, to cease and desist. Now I'm seeing a good
Fuck
man,
you, Leroy.
Cliff. Now I'm seeing a good man, Cliff Weathers. Naturally, Leroy tried to break it up. Last night, Cliff took me to dinner at the Chop House. Leroy showed up drunk and tried to start a fight. He called Cliff terrible names, even knocked him off his chair. But Cliff was a real man. He didn't get riled. He calmly took my arm, and we left.
Okay.
What's with you cops? I was with Cliff all night in his room at the Coachman Motel. Letter H. I didn't leave until 5 in the morning, so I know he didn't have anything to do with Leroy's death.
Okay. Um, what we doing?
Um, go talk to the boss. But
I guess.
yeah, so interview Judge Edmund Quisbert.
Yes, I had to issue a restraining order against Larry Forbes to keep him from harassing Leona. Leona told me about what happened last night. In fact, I had decided to have Forbes picked up for contempt of court because of it. Leona certainly deserved to be left alone to work out her own life.
Contempt of the court. Okay.
Now, about Clifford Weathers. I'm also sitting on his custody hearing. From what I've seen of the man, he wouldn't do anything that might cost him custody of his daughter, Nina. That's my unofficial opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just wish I knew what to do about her. I hate to take a child from a stable, loving home, but how can I deprive a man of his only child, especially when he lost her because of a miscarriage of justice?
Okay. Damn, this is heavy.
Hmm. I mean, it's only natural it's going to get heavier the later into the game we go.
Yeah.
If it's like this now, I
Um.
have to wonder about the last three.
Yeah.
What do?
Um. I guess go to A just to talk with Cliff.
Repeat destination, sorry.
H.
H.
Clifford Weathers. What's he got?
Yes, I was attacked by Leroy Forbes last night in the chop house. I have no intention of involving the police in the matter, so I don't see why it's any of your concern. To be fair, this man has a good reason to despise the police.
Yes, I'm not even like yes, go and hate us, please.
Forbes is dead, and you think. Look, I have nothing to say to you. If you have any questions, you can ask my lawyer, Mark Silber, in the professional building. Letter E.
Okay. Didn't even say you had anything to do with it. We were just asking about it. Damn.
Well, to say talk to my lawyer, at least I think, would be a cause for concern, myself.
I mean, I guess, but also like I
Hmm.
would also say that if I was wrongfully imprisoned and then
Yeah, that's fair enough too.
but anyways, let's go to the lawyer.
Destination?
E. Which one was this fucking lawyer again? Fuck.
Silver.
Okay, Silver. Let's go talk to Silver.
Cliff Weathers is a good, decent human being. He's already been in prison once for a murder he didn't commit. If I were you, I'd be damn sure of my facts before trying to charge him with murder again.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm representing him in a custody fight for his daughter, Nina. I don't believe he'd do anything to hurt his case.
Uh-huh.
When he was in prison, he asked his wife's sister, Betty Winston, and her husband, Wayne, to adopt Nina to ensure Nina would have a good home. They couldn't have children of their own, and they agreed.
Uh-huh.
Now he's been vindicated and he wants Nina back. The Winstons don't want to part with her after raising her for the past 6 years. Do you really think he'd give up a chance for his kid because some drunk hit him?
It's true.
Even Janice Salpeter, the lawyer for the Winstons, knows him better than that. Her office is right down the hall. You can ask her yourself.
Okay.
Now we can go talk to Janice.
Yeah.
My clients and Mr. Weathers have agreed to buy a two-family house here in Huxley and live together. The only question is which of them will be the legal parents. Does that really matter with such an arrangement? I mean, come on,
No.
I ask you. The man's going to be in his daughter's life. I mean, if
So
they if
okay.
they if they have discussions and if they agree on courses of action, what does it really matter?
Like, why are you guys arguing about it like this? Like, come on.
And I mean, surely, if one party were to die, the other party would inherit the legal guardianship anyway. So I mean, like,
Not necessarily. Remember, he signed over his rights
if
so they
they
could adopt her.
yeah, but I'm saying if they have a discussion and they take that to their lawyers instead of having a custody battle, that would
Yeah.
solve the
Yeah,
whole
but
problem.
that's
Right
yeah,
now,
but that's not part of the case.
no, I know. I'm just going off on a
We're
tangent.
just solving their problems for them.
I'm just going off on a tangent. That's all. They are all good people, and that includes Cliff Weathers. I think as a single working parent, he shouldn't have legal custody, but I refuse to believe he'd kill anyone.
Or what does that have to do with? Okay, you know what? Remember, it's the 80s. Gotta remember.
Yep, culture.
Because I was about to be like, damn, you know how many single working parents there are right now? But
I
like,
know.
this is this,
I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing, but culture.
yeah.
Okay, what do?
Um, shit, I don't know. Honestly, does anybody really care that Leroy's dead? Can we not just be like, oops, it was the wind?
Yeah, at this moment I'm looking at the answer to this case, and at the moment I'm not even sure how they get to this. But there's a little time
Oh
yet
my
to
gosh.
check things out, so
Let's
Um,
go to the police station to see the lab and autopsy report.
yes, good idea.
It's worked in the past.
indeed it has. And as a detective, that's always good practice, no matter what era you're practicing in.
Doesn't matter what order. I guess lab first.
I was going to say you have to pick one. I don't really get to play because I see the answers in front of me.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you remembered that. The baseball bat found at the scene of the murder was definitely used to kill Leroy Forbes.
Okay.
Very fucking astute.
Great. Even the lab people don't want to do their job. They're like, yeah. Anyways, autopsy.
It's still a logical step to do, regardless of whether they want to do the thing. Leroy Forbes was severely beaten. He had 18 broken bones, many more fractures, and had sustained massive internal injuries. You want to give me anything I don't fucking know? Forbes died sometime between 6:15 and 6:45 a.m. on Tuesday, August 13th. Well, fuck me, I guess. That's something I didn't know,
6:15?
but historically
What
not the
time?
most helpful thing we've ever gotten.
What time was that again? 6:15 to.
6:45. Half hour time span.
Okay. Um, girl.
I gotta think about this a minute. What other locations do we have?
Oh, Leroy's apartment. Which,
Destination?
like, we might as well. A. Let's look at his apartment.
Check Leroy's apartment.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a summons on his desk ordering Leroy Forbes to appear in court, room number 4 of the municipal building, J, at 10 a.m. on Monday, August 12th.
Uh-huh.
He was charged with aggravated assault against Tanya Hyde. Judge Shelton Bibbs sat on the bench for this case. So obviously somebody
Okay.
hasn't learned his lesson, huh?
No.
Until, of course, he was quite forcibly taught his lesson.
Mm-hmm. Um,
So back to the courthouse, or
yes. Maybe? Yeah.
Destination?
E. Yeah. I forgot which lawyer already. I forgot to write it down.
I think you may be confusing locations.
Probably.
the municipal building is J.
Right.
Destination J?
Yeah. Gee, I was just like, oh yeah, judge, lawyer, whatever.
Yeah, the professional building wouldn't typically have a judge. A law firm for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I just got shit mixed up in my head.
Hmm.
Courtroom 4.
Courtroom itself doesn't have anything.
I still forgot who the judge was. Bibbs? No, not Bibbs. Yes, Bibbs?
Yes.
Yes, Bibbs. Okay, let's talk to Bibbs.
Going Bibbin.
Yeah.
Leroy Forbes had apparently beaten this prostitute, Tanya Hyde, who had to be hospitalized. When she was first interviewed by Officer Donald Pepper, she identified Forbes as the assailant.
Jesus.
I had to throw the case out. Miss Hyde repudiated her earlier statement and refused to identify Forbes in court.
Huh.
Officer Pepper was furious with her. Apparently, Forbes has some sort of record of violence against women. If I were you, I'd check with Pepper himself. He's probably at the police station now.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Back
Up
to
we
I.
go.
Destination.
I.
The ayes have it.
Pepper.
What do you suppose would happen if he ever gets promoted?
He'd be Sergeant Pepper.
Hey!
Blaze it.
Wow, what a roll in. Leroy Forbes was big, tough, and mean, particularly when he got drunk. Check his record. You'll see he really did a number on that hooker.
Fair enough.
Sure, I know why she refused to testify at the trial. Her pimp, Tom Baders, was sitting in the front row. He's a mean snake. You ought to read his record when you get a chance. It's a real education.
Tom Bader was his neighbor.
He probably didn't want the law to get involved in his business and threatened to beat Tanya himself if he said anything in court. That would be right in line with prostitution culture.
Mm-hmm. So should we read the record since we're here?
Yes.
Well, Pepper seemed to think this would be an interesting thing to do. Let's see how interesting. Leroy Forbes, confessed wife beater. Divorced. He has been in court a number of times on drunk and disorderly. He once broke a bartender's jaw. Extremely antisocial, particularly when drunk. Last April, his ex-wife asked for and received a court order ordering Forbes to stay away from her. He has systematically harassed her despite the order. Well, I guess we're not getting the fresh one.
No, okay.
Okay, what do?
Tom Bader's then, I guess.
Destination.
A. Tom, what you doing? What he at?
Nah, I never met nobody named Forbes. I don't care if he is my neighbor, I don't know him.
Sure. Sure.
What will you do with this information?
Check his apartment. Bitch, we don't even have to get um the paper that says that we can. A warrant.
That's true, you don't.
Let's search his
We're on a
apartment.
we're on a long leash. We don't even need evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the apartment is useless.
Hmm. You see, I was gonna say I think Tom did it, but now I'm like probably didn't because that was a paying customer even if he did beat Tanya.
Do we have anything that says that he was a customer?
I
No.
mean, he was alone with Tanya long enough, but I guess no, we do not. What's the
Search the
what's
dumpster. We're here anyway.
yeah.
Yes, let's go dumpster diving. I'll like Leisure Suit Larry. Unfortunately, we don't even find a bottle of pills.
Great. Literally, who did it? Who did it? There's no like clue or hint or like this is deceptively simple.
Hmm. Damn. I was hoping there was a hospital on this location list.
Right, so we could talk to Tanya, but no, there's nothing.
Well, not even necessarily that, but if we can't get her medical records.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not an option. There's no hospital around here. At least not that we can access.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, what are we doing here? What is happening?
What locations have been hit so far in this case?
Um, the field A, J, H, E,
V.
B, that's
Oh,
confused.
sorry.
I don't know if that's it, I think. J,
Wonder if there's a municipal record on the case with the prostitute.
there might be. Going to E? Let's go to E.
It wouldn't be
Might
E.
as well. Is that the municipal?
Like I'm
What is the
thinking,
municipal building?
municipal's J, and
J.
I'm
Okay.
chiming in at this point as a means of trying to figure out myself how they connect beginning to end here. And literally,
Okay.
the only
Yeah.
thing I can think of would be the
Go to
municipal
J.
building. And the specific course of action I'm thinking of would be to check the judge's chambers.
Okay.
Maybe he's got a record laying out.
Let's do that.
This is only a guess, mind you,
Yeah.
but
Anything?
no,
Maybe we could look through Leona's desk.
worth a shot. This looks a little more promising. Uh, Apparently, looks might be a little deceiving.
Oh my gosh.
532. Yeah, nothing.
So we got jack shit. Would we have to go?
I mean, do you have a guess at who did it?
No. GB, do you?
Nope.
Let me see if I can figure out a potential connection point here.
Okay. We need a Deus Ex Machina.
Typically, I wouldn't do this, but I'm not sure how they. I mean, I understand. I understand how they get to the who, and I understand why this is the motive. What I don't have is
Just
something
how we're
here
supposed to
that
know that?
connects it. Yeah. I'm gonna try the professional building. Did we bother checking Salpeter's office?
No.
No.
Of course, nothing. can think of no good reason to. You
Can we go to H real quick? I
want
don't
to
know
go
if
to
there's
H?
any options that we overlooked
Sure, yeah.
there. Okay, see, like, probably his room and his car.
Sure, why not? Oh, that's useless.
Not that I think that he did it, but, you know, I don't even care if we get a 12. I just want to.
Car is useless too.
Great.
At least I'm pretty certain. Yes.
All right, on stump.
Let's try. Let's try a surveillance. His face is one large bruise. His lip is cut in one corner and swollen. His left eye is puffy and discolored. Leroy's handiwork, no doubt.
Sheesh.
All right. At the risk of giving something away about what's going on here, okay. So A, E. Did you say B or V?
V.
I
Chibi?
and I'm the one that said V as in
Yes.
Victor.
Okay. I mean, he was found on the field.
Which we didn't check any lockers or anything like that. There was a
No,
locker
we
that we
did
didn't
not.
check.
No.
So let's go to B. And then
I don't see any good reason to be here. If
I
I see,
said
if I,
B.
oh, you said V. Yeah, there you go. 99.99 is the Yale Generico for a bad location.
But I said V.
Yeah, the equipment locker.
Yeah, but I said to go to V.
Nothing in the locker.
Okay. But I don't know then. This is.
All right. Tell you what.
I can't even blame this on a bug. It's just the game being stupid at this point. Or I'm stupid. We're stupid.
Or
I'm stupid.
or they're testing inference based on the things that we've already heard. Is the only thing I can think of. That having been said, I'm going to do this. See if the sergeant has anything useful to say before I do the thing that I'm doing. Nope, useless. All right. Just so we can get out of this one. Take your very best guess at who, based on the things you've
Um,
heard and seen thus far. Because I think that's the only way we're going to get there.
um, I want to say Tom, because like the rest of the lawyers were saying, I don't think Cliff would risk that shit.
Assuming it is Tom, what's your best guess at motive?
He's mad that Leroy fucked up his I quote unquote product prostitute.
As it happens, that's correct.
Jesus.
The remaining ratings are 1, 2, 1, 2, 10, and 11.
11.
Yeah, you
Unfit,
said 11.
unfit investigator. Where did you come from? You may be a whiz at getting kittens out of trees and writing out parking tickets, but as a detective, you're a total washout.
Rude.
What's one?
Uh,
Humor me.
humor you?
Yeah, because we're not
Yeah.
gonna get that.
I really should make you wait another case for this, but I'll give it to you. Clairvoyant cop. Only ESP or cheating could explain your phenomenal success in solving this crime. Have you ever considered running for public office?
Okay.
Well, we've been pacing well, and we still have about half an hour here. Why don't we take another case? Get it done in that time.
I'm
Yep.
okay with
Feeling
that.
one more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then on the last session, whenever that winds up being, we'll do two cases. Ringety ring. Ringety ring, dong my ding, or however that goes.
Um. Okay.
Oh shit. You know how intense the story got on 9 with the beating of the prostitute and the very systematic killing?
Yeah.
How's this for higher intensity? Murder at Huxley Station.
Oh.
Jeez.
Officer Phil Broad was on routine patrol at 2 a.m. Thursday, August 29th. The temperature, at 50 degrees, had turned cooler with the first hint of fall. As he slowly drove over the Groton Street tracks, heading east, Officer Broad's headlights picked up a single car in the train station's parking lot, in the corner closest to the tracks. It was too late for teenagers to be parked and too early for the first commuters. Officer Broad decided to investigate. Your phone rings at 6 a.m. Chief Sabellico wants you over at the Huxley station. Now! Bob O'Neill, Huxley's financial comptroller, has been found dead, shot once between the eyes in the commuter parking lot. When you arrive at the station. Oh, the train station, not the police station.
Oh.
Damn, that
I thought
seems a
someone was
lot.
just.
Oh, no, that's okay then. That's not nearly as intense, right?
I thought someone was just going crazy and being like, you know what? Like
Oh,
Stacey Cassidy.
well, my
Get your face
mistake.
cut out.
When you arrive at the station, letter C, at 6:30 a.m., the body has already been removed and Chief Sabellico is heading for his car. The chief is going to 3 Portock Street, letter S, to break the news to O'Neill's family. Before he leaves, he takes you aside for a little talk. You live in this town, so I'm sure you know Bob was being investigated by the State Attorney General's office for alleged misuse of public funds in the building of our new municipal complex. Well, I found this in O'Neill's pocket. The chief shows you a handwritten note which says, I have information which can get the state off your back. Meet me at the Huxley Station parking lot at midnight. Park in the northwest corner, nearest the tracks. I'd say that's a good way to get the state off somebody's back. And
I mean, yeah.
fucking everybody else for that matter. The chief takes the note back and then continues. Several of our leading citizens were implicated in that state investigation, so this whole thing has to be handled with kid gloves. Your job is to find out who killed Bob O'Neill without stepping on any important toes. The chief squeezes his bulk behind the wheel of the car, and he says, keep in touch. And do yourself a favor, don't offend anyone.
Oh.
Well,
So, same general idea as last time. You just need name and motive.
and
Okay.
not piss anybody off.
Name, motive,
That might be
and
hard.
like Robocop's unwritten fourth directive, right?
Yeah.
Never oppose an OCP officer. Never oppose a politician.
Yeah.
Anyway, we start at the train station, just in case anyone missed that important distinction, at 6:45 a.m. Begin.
Oh, do we have to talk to the KKK member?
Oh, you remember, huh? Is that what you want to do?
We gotta, I think. Unless, no, wait. Never mind, fine. You got shit anyways.
I would not have thought to do this at this time of day, only because the guy wouldn't be on duty at the time this happened.
Yeah, that's why I said no, wait, after I realized, but
Yeah, and the nature of the clues pretty much confirm that theory.
yeah, okay. The parking attendant I would probably talk to if I had to talk to anybody.
You want to do that?
I guess. Or wait, should we just like, look at his car? Maybe.
Sorry. Yes, look at the car.
The window on the driver's side is rolled down. The roof and the opposite door have bullet holes in them. One hole in the roof, one hole in the door. And that's all we got.
Examine the nearby railroad tracks. Oh,
Ooh,
This looks promising. You find a 38 caliber revolver just over the fence from where Bob O'Neill was shot. In the chamber, you find 3 spent cartridges. You send the gun to the lab for a ballistics check. Now, I suggest you write that one down, Solar, because of last time, or the time before.
for the lab check, yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
that might be it.
Oh,
Isn't it funny how you start to memorize these numbers after a while?
crazy how they give you so many numbers instead of just the one that you
Yeah,
need.
and this is the first time actually going through this clue book. Obviously, I went through the solution book in order to make life easy for myself, but
Yeah.
this is also why I didn't stream this by myself. A, it's a sad quality of life to not have a group doing this. And B, I thought it'd be more fun to DM a group, as it were, and present it
Hmm.
that way.
Yeah.
That said, thank you guys. This has been a joy.
Yee, I
you're
like
welcome.
being a dumb cop.
Mm. I've missed having you
Um,
guys on the show. Anyway, what do?
yeah. The corner of the lot, I guess.
There are some old crushed beer cans. There's a new looking glass pint bottle of cheap whiskey. The cap is on the bottle, and there is still some whiskey left in it. Whiskey.
And
There is a
whiskey.
2-liter plastic soda bottle. Its label weathered and unreadable, its sides pushed in and cracked. There are peanut shells scattered around near the bottle. Hmm.
I
I
got a
have
littering problem.
I have theories about that. There are some cigarette
Okay.
butts, a cigar butt, and a sun-faded Mars candy bar wrapper. There's also the remains of an old sock, possibly dark green, possibly faded black. I don't suppose we're thinking of sending any of this to the lab, are we?
I mean, I would. I don't. And then maybe.
Well, I suppose not. The last clue's useless.
Okay. I guess we don't even have like another place to check out, do we? Yes, we do.
Yeah, the corner of the lot.
I
That's what
think
we
we
can
already
check
checked
out.
that. That's how we got all that trash.
Oh, I thought that was the railroad tracks. Whoops, sorry.
No,
Oh,
No.
the railroad tracks was the
was
okay,
the gun? Yeah,
the gun.
yeah.
I missed that part. I'm kind of zoning. Sorry.
Mm. What do?
I don't know. I guess
You're not all the way out of ideas at this point, are you?
yes.
I believe I had a
We can
suggestion.
probably go to the victim's home, or we can go to the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know I made a suggestion for you to write something down.
You wrote down the lab.
Do you want to hit the lab?
Is it? No.
Yeah. Because I don't remember the home.
You don't remember the home?
No.
You didn't write down the home.
No.
Stand by.
The beginning thing is just, it gets a little long, so I'm like, okay.
The home is 3
And then,
Portock Street.
okay. Okay.
You know what's interesting?
What?
What?
The letter locations we have so far are CIS.
Okay.
It's a cis operation. Get it?
What's this?
Did you just ask what's a cis?
Oh, you mean like cisgender?
Yes.
Oh.
How did you... Never mind.
I thought it was like some kind of acronym for like an organization that
No.
like I don't know.
No, we're not talking about
Yeah.
the CIS here.
Anyways,
Any location.
let's go to uh S. No. Yes, S. Yes, S.
You
Yes.
really want S?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want S?
It's 3 Portock Street, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah.
Absolutely positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're here.
Okay. I guess talk to his wife? Question mark.
You thinking that's Patty?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Whoever she is, she's useless.
Great. Look through his study then.
Do those numbers look familiar to anybody?
Are they useless?
Big, bold, nothing.
Yep. Big, bold,
Wait.
nothing.
I don't know now. What to do now?
What do?
I don't know. Phoebe?
Question the housekeeper?
You wanna fuck a housekeeper then? Say, do these
And I
numbers
guess
look
we're going to the lab.
do
Yeah,
these
let's go to
numbers
the
look
lab.
familiar to anybody?
Motherfuckers know nothing.
Yeah. Housekeeper's useless and we can't even lay her. So, to the lab, you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the lab. Lab report. Oh,
It must be too early in
shit,
the day
lab.
yet.
Does that mean we don't have the autopsy report either?
Not necessarily.
Can we check?
Sure. As it turns out, it's not, but not necessarily. There is something else we can do here.
Hmm.
Talk to
Oh,
Phil Broad.
yeah.
Yes. Who was Phil Broad?
The motherfucker that found him.
Correct. The investigating officer.
What's
You
he got to
gotta
say?
be kidding me.
Nothing?
Wow. The investigating officer is completely useless.
Okay.
That makes no
State
sense.
attorney.
Tell you what,
What's
I
up?
would not have banked on that one.
Please or something. Okay.
Well, This is outside of our investigation, but oh, your Mr. O'Neill was quite an operator. He bought land for the Huxley Municipal Complex from Thaddeus Bones at a jacked up price. Both O'Neill and Bones did very well on that little deal.
Okay.
Then there's the banker, Nathan Rothstadt, who got all the town's business from O'Neill. Rothstadt charged Huxley 0.5% more interest than the going rate. O'Neill got a large low interest loan out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's your mayor, Sean McHugh. He's either going to retire a millionaire or else retire to a nice dry cell in one of our state run facilities. Wow, this runs deep, huh?
Okay.
Of course, now that O'Neill's dead, we can't investigate him. So unless you find that he was killed to keep his secret deals secret, I'm afraid the whole can of worms will remain unopened.
Okay. So that did give us some leads, but not where they might be.
Yeah, it's one probable motive.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at the municipal building if I had to guess, but
Probably, yeah.
Based on what?
Sean McHugh is the
That may
mayor.
seem like a stupid question, but what's the tie in?
He is the mayor and
Precisely.
the
Very good.
municipal building.
Yep, that's exactly why we would want to go there. Destination?
And
What'd you say?
J.
Okay. I was going to say, I thought I heard N at first.
No, I was just umming because I was looking at the map.
Oh, um, well, this looks decent enough a list.
What's up, McHugh?
What did Sabelico say as he was leaving?
Oh, don't piss anybody off. Okay, wait, wait, wait.
talk to the
I was gonna,
secretary.
I was gonna say, when has this ever stopped you before?
Well,
so
now
that,
that he explicitly told us to not piss anybody off.
and that would stop you.
Yes,
Okay, well, the secretary says, "Ooh,
69.
the secretary gives." Sean is a sweet man. He wouldn't hurt a fly unless it interfered with his political career. When it comes to getting reelected, Sean would do literally anything. Yeah, that about sounds like a politician. Which means no, he's not a sweet man.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So basically, the secretary said nothing except feeding what was probably a very scripted line.
Yeah. So does this mean we can't directly question the people that he was with?
Not necessarily. If you feel like ignoring the police chief's orders.
We'll come back to it later if we get absolutely nothing.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, what do?
Um, Bank, which is M?
Yeah,
Union
the
Savings and Loan Association.
that'd
Yeah.
be the closest thing we have to one, yeah.
Um, Look at his bank records.
O'Neill had $250,000 in various high interest investments. He also had a personal loan for $200,000 with no collateral and paid a very low rate of interest on it. That smells.
You
Robert O'Neill's
Okay.
NOW checking account has $15,000 in it. Now, I'm not a banker. I don't know what NOW means.
Not to know either.
And 18 looks pretty familiar, and that's why.
Negotiable order of withdrawal account. It's an interest
Oh.
earning demand deposit account.
Good enough, thank you.
So, in short, in the US, a deposit account that pays interest on which an unlimited number of checks may be written.
Huh. That sounds abusable.
So in short,
Yeah.
it's a checking account that earns interest, not a savings account.
And it's
Ooh.
also it's also a laundering method.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, with that information, what do?
Can we talk to the president or should we not? TV?
Yeah, I'd probably talk to the president.
Yes. Is he tight-lipped?
No, not entirely.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard that wild story about Bob O'Neill giving the union savings and loan, all of Huxley's business, in return for a low interest personal loan. It's totally untrue. Really. Just how do you plan to convince
Sure.
us of this?
We just checked his bank account.
Naturally, you have to investigate us in connection with Bob's sad death. However, I'm confident that you will find no one here had anything to do with that senseless tragedy. As for the
Okay.
state investigation, well, as soon as the smoke clears, I'm confident it will show no wrongdoing here. Are you now?
Uh-huh.
We're a couple hours in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try the reports at the station.
Yes.
It's ready.
Mhm.
Okay.
The 38 caliber revolver you found on the tracks is the father. Oh, I'm sorry. Was used to kill Robert O'Neill.
Okay.
Let's tell us something we didn't know.
You may not have known this. It is registered to Dr. Leslie Fournier of 5 Portock Street, letter T.
Oh.
Both Leslie's and her husband's, Roland's, fingerprints are on it.
Oh.
Roland Fournier's fingerprints are on the whiskey bottle you found at the scene of the murder.
Oh.
Well, that seemed important.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Um. Shit.
Autopsy.
Yeah.
Robert O'Neill died of a single gunshot wound to the head. Judging by the powder burns on his forehead, the gun was fired from close range.
Why were there two shots?
That is as yet unanswered. He
All
may have.
right,
Okay.
go see
My
the
guess,
four Onias.
yeah, my guess is the murderer might have been chasing prior to the actual kill.
Mm-hmm.
O'Neill died sometime past midnight on the morning of Thursday, August 29th. And you say
Or
go
they were
see the
hanging out.
and you say go see the Fourniers.
Yeah.
Destination.
E. Talk to Leslie.
Here's a
Oh.
packed one. And we still haven't seen a 7 all night. After last night's case that had a whole fuck ton of them.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. 472 is a double.
Oh.
Yes, we own a 38 caliber pistol. My husband, Roland, and I bought it years ago. Now I don't know where it is. I can't believe poor Bob was killed with it. Well, gee, if we know that somebody was killed with it, why don't you take a guess at where it is? Now, that ties to 393, which reads, well, of course I know Bob and Patty O'Neill. They're our neighbors. They live right next door at 3 Portock Street, which we knew already.
Mhm.
Come on,
Okay.
page. I feel terrible for Patty, but obviously no one in this house killed Bob. We had no reason to. And anyway, we have enough troubles of our own. And this is a double as well, 660, taking me to clue 85, which reads, I don't blame you, but I do wish you policemen had never found that stupid missing tablet. That childish prank cost Roland his job and his professional reputation. Yeah, you remember that Roland Fournier had something to do with the
Yeah.
archaeological tablet.
That's
Well,
right.
that's
And
Rowan's fault.
you may
Damn.
recall that he was the one we implicated and convicted of that crime.
Yeah.
Oh my, how the mighty have fallen. Now Roland is drinking too much. He can't find a new teaching job and he's becoming impossible to live with. And when he's drunk, which is most of the time, he gets some pretty weird ideas in his head.
Okay.
Frankly, as a clinical psychologist, I'm concerned. His behavior is becoming increasingly erratic. And by the way, this is a third double. 432 leads into 104, and this will be 7 clues. This will be 7 clues thus far. As a wife, I'm even more worried. Yesterday we had a fight, and he locked himself in our bedroom. Later, I heard him call Patty O'Neill. Could be about to break a record here. It'll be 8 if 346 is good. More than good, another double. I don't know what she
Jeez.
said to him, but afterwards he stormed out of the house and hasn't come home yet. 346 jumps to 163. He was dressed in a gray sweatshirt and jeans. Please, if you do see him, send him home.
How about that?
Yeah, 263 is useless, but that was a total of 9 clues, Bears.
Woo!
Jeez.
I'm gonna have to drink again tonight. Oh, I so miss doing this though. This level of DMing.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Mm,
It's worth a little bit of throat inflammation, I promise. So what do?
is Charles the son?
Unknown, but a reasonable guess.
Should we talk to him?
We might as well while we're here, yeah.
Yeah.
It would appear you were correct. You know, Mom feels pretty bad about Dad. They had a fight yesterday afternoon. Dad's hoping to get this teaching job at this small college in South Carolina. Well, old enough apparently to be fairly cognizant of the situation.
Okay.
Mom always earned more than Dad, and she doesn't want to give up her practice here. I guess she feels guilty about injuring his masculine self-image or something. Anyway, I just hope Dad's alright. No, I
Okay.
haven't seen Mom's gun in a long time.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to do next.
I know what I would do with what I've heard thus far.
Search the house.
Yeah, I'll start by asking, do you think you have the murderer?
I think so.
Search the house, you say?
I mean, I don't know where Rowland would be. I think Rowland is the murderer, but like where,
Well,
I
we
don't
don't
know.
we don't need to actually find the murderer. We just have to name him along with the motive.
Oh, well, I don't know the motive either.
You said search the house?
Yeah,
Yeah. My thought being, if we think we have an idea who the murderer is, let's start hunting down a reason to nail him.
yeah.
And even if you're wrong, you just go in another direction. You find several empty bottles of cheap whiskey, but no gun.
Okay. That it?
I mean, why would we find a gun here? We found the murder weapon that we confirmed at the
Yeah,
station over the fence at the rail station.
yeah. I'm not looking for the murder weapon. I'm just looking for like anything that.
You're looking for a reason.
Yeah.
I do have one other thought
Mm,
if you think you need the assistance.
like, TV, what do you think we should do?
I don't know.
Where would a drunk go, do you think?
Oh, a bar.
Uh huh. Is there a bar somewhere in the town?
Um,
Yeah, the motel.
We're thinking the hotel?
a
Motel,
motel
like,
bar?
The motel, yeah.
yeah. Otherwise, it's dewberry wine and spirits.
Destination.
Yeah. Um, H. I guess.
He's not here.
No.
G. No, guess not.
He's not
Okay.
here either.
Yeah.
Hmm. Where else would there be a bar? G
A
H.
country club?
That's not a bad thought. I've got one other
So,
thought past that if that doesn't work.
so B. Nope.
Mm-mm. What location was it? The steakhouse. Is that at the mall?
Yes.
Okay. That's where I'm thinking. He's not here either.
Nope.
Where
Um,
else? Maybe the college? Trying to
maybe.
trying to appeal himself?
It's worth a shot. There's D.
Several shots apparently of whiskey.
Nope.
No, not here. Let's go back to the Fourniers.
I mean, I guess
See?
look over to the
Yeah.
garage or the garbage bag.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any other evidence that could point us to the ending that I'm looking at here. That's not it. How about the trash? There ain't nothing in the trash to smash.
Okay. Nothing in the garden either, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no. Hmm. This is one where there's something we're missing, I think. Now, I recognize that I'm metagaming a little bit here, but I do want to wrap this up, so let's head back to the O'Neills. I don't remember, did we check the study?
I don't think we
Um,
did.
Oh yeah, you know what, the study was useless.
yeah.
How about the shrubs? Yeah, nothing there. How about their trash?
Also nothing.
Nothing. So, how do we get to that ending? I'm going to try the computer
Bones?
records just to see.
Okay, because I was going to say Bones is also involved, and we did not question them at all.
That's a fine point. And this would have given that to us, so we still have a way forward here. Thaddeus Bones, Chairman of the Board of Regents of Huxley College, letter D, Chairman of the Board of the Western Mall Corporation, owns much of Huxley's prime real estate, known to be vindictive.
Time to go to Bones, who works at the college.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mayor Sean McHugh spends most of his time at the Municipal Center, J. Very popular, has plenty of political muscle, and a nasty temper. Nathan Rothstadt, President of the Union Savings and Loan Association, M. Very wealthy, very well connected, ruthless. So, Destination D.
That he is.
That is. I've heard people say Huxley overpaid for the land it built the municipal center on. All I can say is I was out to make a profit, and I did. Look at all these clues ending in 31.
Mm-hmm.
If the price was high, that's too bad. As long as the town insisted on building on that land, they were going to pay my price. As for bribing Bob O'Neill, why should I? I heard rumors that I gave him as much as $25,000. Silly hogwash. Still, now that he's dead, I guess it doesn't matter much. The whole thing will be forgotten in a month.
Okay.
That is useless.
Okay. Go through the Bones' home. Anything?
Yeah, it doesn't look like home invasion got us much.
Great.
Okay,
I know, I got no fucking idea.
alright, let me try some things. I think now would be the time to start ignoring orders. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the orders, we're talking to Sean.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, what have you got for us? I'm a politician and I can't afford any kind of scandal, particularly if it involves splitting $50,000 worth of bribes from the contractors who worked on the municipal complex. Frankly,
Uh-huh.
much as I admired and liked Bob O'Neill, he was fast becoming a political liability. From my point of view, it's just as well he's gone.
Jeez.
Well, it doesn't seem like we pissed him off too much.
No. Is there anything else? No.
Digging,
Okay.
digging up his office might be a bad idea, though.
Might as well fucking do it.
Yep. We're at that point now, I think. And of course, like any other big boss, pristine. How about O'Neill's office? O'Neill's office also pristine.
We didn't talk to O'Neill's secretary, I don't think.
We did. She claims he's a sweetheart.
No, we talked to McHugh's, but not O'Neill's. Ray Short.
Ah, yes, you're right. Let's.
Is he also useless?
Oh, I think I've just found the connection to the answer I see.
Hmm.
Yesterday, this drunk dressed in jeans and a sweatshirt gives me a personal note for Bob. I didn't want to take it, but he said it was very important. I figured, what the heck, if it wasn't, Bob could always throw it out.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Make us go through the desk to find the note?
I mean, I guess.
Or well, we haven't checked it anyway. Miss Gaybert's desk is useless. Or maybe checking out the office now that we know that this note exists will lead us to it. What would the
Wait, wasn't that
dynamic?
found? Wasn't it found in O'Neill's pocket? I have an idea of how to get the state off your back.
Oh, okay. And that's why he went out there to meet the guy who shot him.
Yes.
The drunk.
I,
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can make determination on who the murderer is.
yes, but we don't know the motive,
Correct.
which is the issue.
Hello?
Oh,
I guess there is a time limit. Attention all investigating officers! The man who killed Robert O'Neill has just turned himself in at the station house. You may either come back or continue your investigation. Please note, however, if you solve the case now, it doesn't reflect very well on your abilities.
well, we
So
were
I
looking for the motive,
so I
bitch.
believe we've just found a determined time limit on a case.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what that's
We're
about.
going.
Let's see
Yeah.
what that's about and finish the night, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Um, do we talk to the
I
officer
guess
then?
one. I guess.
It's not the officer.
Lab
So I guess
report.
it's the Attorney General's office.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know what else to.
Nope.
Um, lab report.
That's what
No.
I'm looking at now, but I'm pretty sure that's unchanged too.
Autopsy or
Yeah,
computer. Let me check
we
it.
had Fournier's fingerprints.
Yeah, that's
Autopsy
it.
report is unchanged.
What are we supposed to do? Are we just supposed to say that we know what it is, like we solve it?
I don't know. Where would he have been? We know it's Fournier, but where?
Girl, what the fuck is this case?
Yeah, the only thing we're missing is this final tie. Like
No,
I know what the motive is, obviously, but
But we can't find it. So it's
yeah,
like,
how did they get there? He did say he turned himself in at the police station, right?
I mean, yeah, where else would he turn himself in? I think it just said that he turned himself in and that it wouldn't
Well,
be good.
let's read the telex at this point. Probably 100% useless. There was no good reason for us to do it. Uh-huh.
I don't think it's
Who's the murderer?
Roland.
Yes, it's Roland. Do you want to come up with some wild fantasy as to what the motive might be for killing Bob O'Neill?
Um, Literally, I have no idea why. Like he was hoping to get a job. Like he had weird ideas because he was drunk. I don't know. Like he thought that killing him would help somehow.
Chibi, you enjoy a good piece of literature, right?
yeah.
Using those literary powers you have, come up with a motive as to why Roland Fournier would kill Bob O'Neill.
He was in love with Patty.
It probably either had something to do with Bones again,
It also said that he
or
called Patty before he left. So I don't know what that means. Something happened with Patty.
Well, I'm just going to give this to you because I don't know how we're going to get there. It
yeah,
says explain motive by mentioning his belief that his wife Leslie was having an affair with Bob O'Neill. I would
What?
have loved to have
That,
found either him or something like a pair of panties or something for Christ's sakes that would have tied this thing together.
Yeah.
I don't know where that would be, but but whatever.
Girl, did they
So,
forget to give us a clue?
well, I gave you rank 2 earlier, so that's tied up. That'll leave 2 and 10 when we finish up on the next session.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we were supposed to do to get there. But for everybody's edification and as we finish this session, here is the final story. Ever since his humiliation over the fraudulent Tablet of Gnosis affair, Roland Fournier had been going downhill, drinking heavily and unable to get a new teaching position. Roland's self-image was further eroded by his wife's professional success at a time when his own career was in shambles. As Roland's drinking increased, his grip on reality began to slip. He began inventing things to blame on his wife, Leslie, thereby justifying his hostility toward her success. On Wednesday, August 28th, after a bitter argument with Leslie about relocating if Roland found another job, he retreated to his bedroom and began drinking. In his stupor, he imagined that while he'd been struggling to keep his life together, Leslie had been having an affair with Bob O'Neill. That's why she didn't want to move. While in this alcoholic haze, he called Patty O'Neill, then wrote a note which he gave to Ray Short, Bob O'Neill's secretary. Putting Leslie's pistol in one pocket and a bottle of whiskey in the other, he drove to the station to wait for his midnight appointment. When Bob O'Neill arrived, his headlights awakened Roland, who was asleep on the ground between his car and the fence. Roland walked up to O'Neill's open car window and fired 3 shots, one catching O'Neill squarely between the eyes. Roland then threw his gun over the fence, stumbled back to his car, and drove off without noticing that his whiskey bottle had slipped out of his pocket. Roland awoke from a deep sleep in his car at 3 p.m. Thursday the 29th. He was parked near Woodley Lake. After reconstructing how he had gotten there, he remembered what he had done. He immediately drove to the Huxley police station. and turn himself in. He was parked near Woodley Lake.
What?
Let me. So a drunken
I
man.
don't.
Yeah, I gotta see this. Now at this point he's there. There's no question about that. At the start of this. Okay, so where is the lake?
Um, um,
AA, it looks like the marina is the closest we're gonna get to
yeah,
that.
that's the only lake.
Or not.
Oh, Lakeview? Did it say at a lake or at Lakeview?
It said he was parked near Woodley Lake. Oh, the country.
Oh,
Wait, we went to the country club, I thought.
but maybe it was or after he left. Nope.
Let me look at the map.
The BB?
That's the Egyptian minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's near the lake. So I'm like, might as.
Search the estate grounds. Yeah, useless. And grandiosely useless.
Well, U is Lakeview Drive.
Yeah, that's where I'm going now. Examine driveway. Useless.
No.
Super useless.
Q.
Are you telling me
That's
we
not.
weren't actually going to find this fucker?
I don't think we were.
So this
What
whole
the fuck?
thing, so that's a scripted
Yeah.
event on the correct path that the guy turns himself in, and that's confirmed by what's written here in the final. What the?
But
God,
yeah, that makes
Jesus.
no sense.
God, Jesus, man.
How are we supposed to solve that?
I suspect we weren't. That's just how it is. Like, we weren't going to solve this because we weren't going to find the guy who could explain this whole thing. So I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was a no-win Kobayashi Maru kind of thing. So
Then
congratulations, you win.
yes.
Hoy. And
See,
I
I
will.
told you we. See, I told you give me the one which is the cheating, and that was the only way to get through this stupid case.
Yep. And sure enough, I think that adds a little credence to what we found before. And I can tell you that the final two cases, when we get to them, are going to be extremely intense in terms of story content, like even more so than 9 or 10.
Oof.
So, I don't know when the next session will be, obviously, but once we do make that happen, um, around Chibi's schedule, we'll make that work. But
Mhm.
for right now, thank y'all for joining us. I'm Alpha,
Chibi.
I'm Solar.
and a wonderful night to all of you motherfuckers.
Bye.